I'll try to tell this story again. It's uh, I after 9/11 happened, I went to work for the Department of Defense, and I was dating this girl in the FBI, and my best friend that I hung out with pretty much every day is in the CIA, and we made all kinds of stuff. Everything that we made, uh, I helped develop. I helped make the Hellfire missile system and the 8281 50 caliber sniper rifle. All kinds of stuff for the Department of Defense. Everything that we made was sent directly over there to the Desert War, and um, anyway, I'm not going to talk about why I lost that contract, because that's part of a federal civil rights case right now. It's not over yet. It's successful, but it's just got to go through the federal court system. That's all. Um, but uh, I had some really cool coworkers, and they're starting to show up on my YouTube for some reason. I don't understand. Like there's this one guy. I was the lead technician. I used to train all the new guys who came in how to do things, uh, how to grind and work the ovens and pour and shake out and everything else before everything was sent to the machine shop. And we did some serious shit. Okay. You can look up what a foundry is if you want to and see what we did. But it's serious work. And this one time, this one guy, we were doing a heat of bronze, and this one guy dropped the ladle, and the entire ladle went down his boot of molten bronze. And I've never heard a man scream like that in my life. I mean, I'm serious. I've never heard a man scream like that in my life. And my coworkers, they tried to pull the boot off of him. I was like, no, don't. And when they did, all the flesh and muscle tissue was pulled right off of his leg, his lower leg. And I was like, I tried to tell you, don't pull the boot off of him. This other time, we were using something called a power pack. That's another type of machinery. This Mexican man, he's a really nice man, was using the power pack, and the brick popped out on him, which happens sometimes when the belt gets too weak. It popped out on him, and his entire thumb went through the grinder. And, this dude, he's a class act. He went up to the plant manager, blood everywhere, and he said, because he didn't speak much English, he told Johnny, the plant manager, he said, Band-Aid. And John, we were all like, no, hospital, okay, hospital. And it was cool too, because he was like, he didn't want to lose his job, and everyone thought that he was going to sue the entire company, rightfully so. But they didn't. We tried to find his thumb in the grinder, but it was gone. I mean, it was grinded up. There was no more thumb. Okay, But all he wanted was to keep his job and have a guaranteed job for life. And they're like, yeah, no problem, okay? But you need to go to the hospital. You don't need a Band-Aid. And I've got a hole in my leg, one of my legs, because every time you do a heat, you got to spray the floor down, you know, to get rid of all of what's left. Well, when we're in a hurry, trying to get things done, you know, sometimes you got to be careful. When you pour steel and molten steel hits water, it explodes and goes through everything. And we would have to wear silver suits, okay? Silver lined suits, in order to protect us from the molten metals. Silver's protects you from that. You see videos of this in with people who walk up to volcanoes. That's the concept, okay? It's the whole idea. You wear silver lined suits when you walk up to a volcano. You wear silver suits when you pour steel, because if that steel hits water, it explodes. And the thing about steel is that it goes straight through you, okay? You can't stop it. It will just, once it hits water and you get any of that on you, it goes straight through your body. It burns straight through you. It doesn't stop. And as far as the depleted uranium, it doesn't make a spark, okay? That's why we made gun barrels and things like that out of that stuff, because it doesn't get hot. You know, when you're working on depleted uranium, it doesn't make a spark. It just turns to dust, okay? And a whole bunch of people got cancer from that. But anyway, this was all during my first divorce, and I started dating this girl at the foundry who worked in the molding department, the wax molding department, making the molds for the things we were making. And I helped her get her 2 daughters back too. So not only have I helped the Hells Angels get 2 daughters back, my 2 daughters back, I also helped another woman in the who worked for the Department of Defense get her 2 daughters back, doing all this. So holy shit, don't tell me I've got 4 daughters. And 3 sons. That's 7 kids. And a godchild too. I gotta shut up. I'm starting to, maybe I need to lay down.